season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Green Bay Packers. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys looking to get back on track after dropping their first loss in the season a week ago. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready for what could be a tough one and perhaps a playoff preview come January. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Well, the numbers for White a week ago. 10 carries, 51 yards. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got a Bengals first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 40.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, here's White. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and
Opting to run again here with White. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Sometimes your crosses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
first down. A gain of 14. First down, Cincinnati.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Burrow. That one's taken in by T. Higgins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 16.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Bengals.
Cincinnati.
T. Higgins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Packers first down.
They go bootleg. Love. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The Packers at 6-4 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Love. That went out wide and intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes coming in, and he's right up there among the league's best. They run straight ahead here with White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. They give to White on the option. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
14 yards. That's good for the Bengals.
Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And Burrow going to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned teams down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 1. Once again, it's Jacobs. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Whitaker. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Love. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Packers.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Throwing. Love. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown.
Kendrick Bourne from 3 yards out. And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here, because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Thompson. And he's going to be stepped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football. And
looking for Austin, intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Well, the Packers offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. Completed out left to Downs. Second down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw now. Here's Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Love now. And this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Now it's Burrow. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Here's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. That's completed right side to Palmer. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Love looking to throw it. That's taken in by Golden. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
out of the shotgun. It's Love. He's got the hookup with Dobbs.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Packers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it again to Dobbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
15 yards. That's another.
To the air again. Love. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw again. Pass caught. That's Golden. They need two. Here's third down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down. And
they'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They begin the drive on the ground. It's Wayne. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch of time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On third down, a run from White. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half, Love. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that is incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengals TD.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Mike Gesicki, 40 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Packers 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. From the 24 now. Here's second down at 7.
At the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Working out of the gun. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Now Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. And they hooked up there for a first down.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action this time with Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mueller. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. That's Bourne. Got it on the slam. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the Bengals.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And out now, here come the Bengals.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
At the 41-yard line.
They stay on the ground with White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
At the 26. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Here's Love. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
10 yards. That's good for the Packers.
Love, they go play action now. And that'll be incomplete. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. A 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Across the formation, he hits Austin. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Burrow will throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start here with a handoff to Wright. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is... And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now it's Burrow. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Making the catch, this is the tight end Oliver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
32-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And across midfield he goes within the Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
At the 42-yard line.
Throwing. Love. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Bengals set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They start to drive with White. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming. But they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Opting to run again here with White.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They go play action with Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass.
They'll dump this one off here to White.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
It's 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
A 45-yard attempt.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Love looking to throw it. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Love. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining. But that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Thompson between the tackles. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Here we go with Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's 1st and 10.
One last shot now for Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
And some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say